Angry, sad, mixed emotions, everything. I just trying to keep it together. I just heard shots and I knew my son was outside and came outside and my son was and then struggling to breathe. I could tell how he was gasping up for air. Like I just didn't want to admit it. I'm like, my son is gone.
That's the only thing I can ever think about now, is I'm never gonna see that smile again.
What are you gonna miss most about Dayon?
Everything. Everything.
On the night of November 15th, 2023, Indianapolis saw its already staggering record-breaking number of child fatalities rise by one. The specific incident unfolded near the corner of East 38th Street and North Sherman Drive, where 13-year-old Dayon Darnell Lyles met a tragic end. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, IMPD, sprang into action following a distressing call received at 8:34 p.m. reporting a possible discharge incident at the Villages at Mill Crossing apartment complex. Racing to the scene, officers confronted a sad reality. A teen, later identified as Dayon, laid critically wounded. Despite the immediate efforts to stabilize him, Dayon's condition was listed as critical less than 20 minutes after the incident occurred. The teen's situation continued to deteriorate, and unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries soon after being rushed to Riley Hospital for Children. The circumstances surrounding the incident painted an unpleasant picture. Initial investigations by IMPD, as shared by Officer William Young, revealed that it likely stemmed from a disturbance between two different groups within the vicinity, though other versions have also been shared. Nevertheless, Dayon found himself apparently innocently caught in the crossfire. He was not believed to have been a target or involved in the disturbance. While still on the scene, screams were heard by news reporters. Police later clarified that it was the heartbreaking moment, the family found out their loved one was gone.
We continuously talk about this over and over again about conflict resolution. It's certainly important, and this is why. You took it upon yourself, you picked up a firearm, and you hurt someone who had absolutely, to our knowledge, nothing to do with whatever disturbance that you had amongst each other. And it's so sad that a mom has to go through this. And I often wonder, like, you're a suspect, you did this, and some of these folks, you're gonna spend decades in prison when we get you. So that has to ring a bell to you, say, hey, this is not okay.
I wish I did, but no. Because my son doesn't do anything wrong, so I couldn't see it coming. But it happened. They need to do better with their kids. Like, kids gonna do whatever they're gonna do, even if you do try to teach them to do right, but do better, be a better parent. Check your kids and see what type of stuff they're into.
As the news of the Indiana Math and Science Academy students' passing spread through the community, members came forward to recount the traumatic events of that night. Keisha Wilkerson, a resident of the complex, described the chilling moment when the sound of discharges rang out.
Witnesses recall hearing a barrage of guns.
We were sitting outside, and me and my son pulled up, and we heard gunshots. So when we heard the shots, we got down in the car. And then once everybody got to screaming and hollering and everything was settled, we got out, and the little boy was laying on the ground. That was the saddest part ever, like seeing somebody kid laying down there and he's not even moving.
Whitney Bishop says she heard several guns while inside her home.
I yelled downstairs. I told my kids, I said, get down, get down. They was like, Mama, what? I said, get down. So then I looked outside and I saw some cars speed off.
Bishop says she's thinking about the boy's mom.
But when a mom has to see and bury her child, I don't even know what that feel like, and I don't want to know, because I kind of feel it without even knowing, you know.
Another resident, Warren Bullock, painted a broader picture of the widespread fear in the community. Standing outside his townhome, he pointed out the proximity of previous violent acts, emphasizing the alarming regularity with which tragedy had struck this neighborhood. It was about 6 months prior, on May 17th, that a fatal discharge incident also occurred at the complex.
The morning after, detectives are still putting the pieces together.
It sounded like cannons, like boom, boom, boom. It sounded like one was coming from that side, about 6 from that side, another 6 from this side. And I came out and looked out the window, looked out the peephole, and I looked out and I came out and I saw the young man.
Dayon's mother, Dayon Lyles, offered a heart-wrenching glimpse into the agony that enclosed her that night. Describing her son as a basketball player and a well-behaved child who steered clear of trouble, Shauna strongly asserted that her son was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The pain in her voice echoed the sentiment of countless parents grappling with the brutal reality that their children were becoming unwitting victims of a growing crisis.
A boarded up door and bullet holes left behind in this apartment complex on Indy's east side. But it's not the only thing left behind. The family of 13-year-old Dayon Lyles is left grieving. An embrace from one mother to another.
All these babies should still be here.
You can't even play outside. You can't be a kid and have fun.
I kind of beat myself up because I wish I would have said no, just come in the house. Dayon was a very smart kid. He plays basketball. He's just an honor roll student. He wasn't a bad person. Anything can happen at any given time. He in a better place now.
It's that reality that more families of children across Indy have ever faced.
And it's out of control. Like, it need to stop. Like, when do y'all get enough of burying y'all children? Because it was her child today, but it's somebody else's child probably tomorrow.
Stop being punks. Stop using these guns. Like, stop thinking that guns the only way to solve a problem.
My culture, black man and black woman, you know, they don't solve things with fists no more. They just... You get in an argument, and if they lose in a fight, they want to shoot each other.
Officer Young pleaded for the perpetrator to come forward, emphasizing the level of their actions and the devastating impact on everyone involved. The community, too, was urged to offer any information that could aid in the pursuit of justice.
Our community shouldn't be used to these things that are happening or occurring in our neighborhoods. You're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held responsible. I'm sure someone will tell us who you are. I'm sure you're probably watching this, or someone you know is watching this.
It don't seem real. Like, it don't. I just wish I could wake up from it, pinch me twice if I could. Just get up and be like, man, that was a crazy, scary dream, you know, but no, this is my reality. This is my life. I got to wake up every day and just face it. I don't have nothing nice to say. Like, I just want them to just be caught. Turn yourself in. But you're probably not going to do it.
His goal, you know, in the future was just to make everything brighter. He always put a smile on people's face. And he loved basketball. He was going to, you know, be a little NBA star, you know, and they just took all that from him.
As to whoever did this, the family says,
I'm not one to hate people, but I want y'all to just turn yourself in, because this ain't right. And if you want to make it right to yourself and make it right to the family, it's not going to change our emotions, but at least turn yourself in.
According to one witness, 3 people had been parked in a dark car observing Lyles and his friends before they came around the corner of the building on foot. Dressed in dark clothing, wearing ski masks, and armed with a single firearm, they opened fire. Simultaneously across the parking lot, a separate group of young women engaged in a heated argument over a stolen cell phone. As told by the witness, that group was also armed with a firearm and threatening to fire, but when discharges rang out, the young women ran away and also fired off shots, adding another layer of chaos to the catastrophic scene. This heart-wrenching incident marked the 22nd child homicide in Indianapolis in 2023, with youths under 17 accounting for more than 10% of the total homicides investigated by IMPD. Anyone with information is asked to call the IMPD homicide office at 317-327-3475 or Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana at 317-262-8477. May the family and friends of Dayon Lyles find solace in the happy memories, and may his soul rest in perpetual peace. Additionally, I hope that justice is served. Thank you.